So what is an APT? So a long time ago, I was the CISO for the city of Seattle. And in that role, I got to know our local FBI office pretty well. I got a call one day and a local agent asked me to meet. I won't identify him, but hi, Norm. He came in, handed me a CD and said, don't talk to any of those IP addresses. So we were being warned that there was a campaign underway that was embedding in public sector networks for an unknown reason, and that if we had any outbound connections to those addresses, then we were compromised. That was APT 1. So I'm sure everyone has heard this term APT, and most know that it means advanced persistent threat. That really doesn't describe it well. The term is mostly applied to nation state activity and mostly espionage, but it can be purely criminal too. That's the advanced part. They're using techniques that are not noisy and harder to detect. Many times they gain initial access through exploiting vulnerabilities, and sometimes they'll burn a zero-day exploit to do it if the target's valuable enough. So just like the Chinese government recently exploited Ivanti remote access servers with a zero-day. It's persistent because they don't smash and grab. They get in and they stay in. The warnings that we keep getting about Chinese having a toehold in our critical infrastructure, lying in wait to pull the trigger when they inevitably invade Taiwan, that's what all that is about. Recent reporting, as of the date of this video, is that our telecom companies that were compromised in the same way more than a year ago are just now confident that they've purged them from their networks. Now, we absurdly give them these cutesy names like Charming Kitten, Volt Typhoon, Fancy Bear. Those are North Korean, Chinese, and Russian state groups, respectively. They also number them. So, for example, Cozy Bear, also Russian, is APT 29. How do you know if you've been compromised by one of these groups? You monitor your network communication to and from the internet and match that against the most recent threat intelligence you can get your hands on. You look for odd things like DNS text records that may be used for command and control. You look for the use of native network tools like PowerShell that appear aberrational, right? Wrong time of day, wrong user, etc. Use network, endpoint, and cloud monitoring and implement behavioral alerting, right? Create a statistical baseline of normal activity for all the objects on the network. And when something 2 standard deviations from the mean happens, alert goes off. Lastly, if you're in a critical sector, dams, water, finance, energy, healthcare, chemical manufacturing, government facilities, you are the current target list. Iranian actors are especially interested in compromising operational technologies, right? Those are the ones, SCADA systems, programmable logic controllers, remote terminal units, things like that. Those are electronic things that make kinetic things happen. And in fact, just a week ago, a dam in Norway was compromised and it triggered a full valve opening for a few hours, okay? So, radar up. Monitor your network, look for weird stuff, and make sure you have good contacts with the FBI and CISA.